Gen Z isn't afraid of working. They're afraid it won't matter. Every payday feels over before it even begins. Every headline makes the future feel even more expensive. Owning a home feels farther away every single year. Somewhere, that promise quietly broke. But when? Previous generations expected stability after years of working. Many careers now begin with years of financial baggage. Working harder often feels like running without moving forward. Saving feels impossible when everything costs more each month. But this story isn't actually about money. It's about the beliefs quietly shaping every financial decision. Comparison makes ordinary progress feel like complete failure. One choice feels exciting, but rarely builds lasting wealth. Real wealth usually grows slower than anyone expects. What if someone profits whenever you stop thinking? Small daily choices quietly shape your financial future. The richest advantages often aren't money at all. The biggest breakthrough starts inside your own mindset. Maybe the finish line isn't where everyone keeps looking. The real reason comes next, and it changes everything. Every financial future begins with one invisible decision. Modern apps are designed to make spending feel rewarding. Tiny monthly payments quietly become enormous yearly costs. Sometimes life gets more expensive faster than salaries grow. Money is only the visible result of something much deeper. The wealthiest habits often look boring at first. Long-term thinking rarely impresses people in the present. The fastest path often stops before reaching the top. What you carry determines how fast you can climb. The biggest losses often happen $1 at a time. Not every wealthy lifestyle is actually wealthy. Appearances often hide a very expensive reality. Small improvements become surprisingly powerful over many years. Real wealth usually grows quietly before anyone notices. Freedom starts when someone else stops controlling your choices. Sometimes getting richer begins by buying less. Direction creates opportunities that random effort never finds. Your network can accelerate what money alone never could. The future changes once you finally start looking farther ahead. The biggest misconception about wealth is about to disappear. The richest people protect time before they protect money. Every dollar chooses your future before you ever do. Higher income often creates higher expenses instead of freedom. More income doesn't automatically mean more wealth. Looking rich and becoming rich are completely different games. Skills keep paying long after one paycheck disappears. Small actions become unstoppable when repeated consistently. Knowledge quietly defeats fears that money never can. Slow growth usually survives where shortcuts completely fail. The true reward isn't money, it's having more choices. Sometimes patience is the most profitable decision available. Strong financial lives are built one habit at a time. Protecting attention may become your greatest financial advantage. Where you plant money determines what eventually grows. Someone always profits whenever your attention gets stolen. Wealth becomes simpler once you follow the right sequence. Most financial limits begin as stories we keep believing. Think beyond this month and everything starts looking different. The biggest obstacle was never your paycheck at all. The belief changing everything is waiting behind this door.
The biggest financial battle has always been inside your mind. Rich thinking always appears before rich living. Consistency beats intensity almost every single time. Most growth happens long before anyone can actually see it. Wealth rewards people who think far beyond next Friday. Skills appreciate long after expensive purchases lose value. Discipline carries you farther than motivation ever could. Every ignored impulse becomes another step toward financial freedom. Your future self is built by today's ordinary decisions. One small habit can quietly transform your entire financial life. Fear disappears once clarity replaces uncertainty. Freedom is built gradually, never purchased overnight. The right people can shorten years of unnecessary struggle. Patience finally reveals rewards invisible in the beginning. Comparing yourself keeps you trapped in someone else's race. Quiet progress often outperforms loud success. Confidence arrives long before millions ever do. The destination becomes real once you choose a direction. Purpose makes difficult financial choices surprisingly easier. One final truth changes everything you've believed about getting rich.
Maybe getting rich was never supposed to happen overnight. The first step is usually much smaller than expected. You don't need millions to begin building financial momentum. One valuable skill can completely change your earning potential. Every day, you choose between consuming and creating. Your time may be the most valuable asset you own. You don't need to win someone else's financial game. Measure progress by freedom, not someone else's lifestyle. Time rewards the people who refuse to quit early. The journey begins long before the first million arrives. Give every dollar a job before spending it. Financial peace grows when money finally has a purpose. Your future self is closer than your current fear suggests. Most impossible goals become manageable after the first move. You don't need certainty to start moving forward. You only need a direction and enough patience to continue. The moment you stop chasing appearances, wealth becomes clearer. Build skills, increase income, buy assets, and let time work. Maybe Gen Z isn't doomed. Maybe they're simply starting differently. You don't need to be rich today. Just refuse to stay stuck.